Yes, but
And
why
Emerson
do
was
they
never
still
going to the World Cup.
invite them?
It's their decision.
That's
But they were never
extra
going.
plane tickets, extra A on our
Oh,
pocket.
they went for 1.2 in Mexico, was allegedly in Mexico. So
Yes, but still, you are not getting the point I'm making. But
no, I get you. But
if you are supposed to pick 3 and you are convinced, you take the 3 and go. You won't add 2 to just have a look at them. Sometimes, it's just that what they saw, they thought maybe the ones there were better.
They just included them just to create some competition among them.
Yes, but why would you create competition when you are convinced with the ones you have?
Oh, they were going. They were going.
Okay, so with the goalkeeping department, I think there's something they should have a look at. They should make sure, because it looks like they haven't made up their mind. This one will play 45 minutes, this one will play 45 minutes. 2006, 2010, even something similar happened in 2014 between Parasé and Lyon. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
He played the first group game, and the defenders were saying he didn't speak Twi. And then they brought in Lyon for the rest of the game. Those things, sometimes, I think it's a bit disruptive. So I think it's something they should make sure they know who their number 1 is.
Oh, they know.
From now, it doesn't look like
the issue is always somebody is on the fringes trying to snatch it from you, but they know.
Yes, but that's where the issue is. You think England don't know who their number 1 is?
They know, but definitely if somebody shows some effort and people make some mistake, they will change the person.
But the point I'm trying to make is Ghana, we don't know.
Oh, they know.
They don't know. You are just holding brief. You hope they know, but they don't know.
Oh,
from what I'm seeing there, they don't know.
No, they know. They know. They know who.
They might have an idea of who, but they are not 100%. Let me put it that way. If they knew 100%, yesterday they would have been one goalkeeper in that post.
They are just giving everybody a chance.
No. I think they are still looking at 1 or 2 things. Even though I suspect, I don't know, maybe judging from Atizigi's performance last night, I won't be surprised if he's number 1. But it looks like the goalkeeper coach still has some deciding to do, because it doesn't look like he's convinced.
I personally believe they are settled on it.
We are speculating, so
yeah, true, maybe,
but that's how it looks from the outside.
Everybody can form his own opinion.
Okay, so,
but I personally believe they know it's not a big
okay. So right back, Senea was a pleasant surprise yesterday, and it looks like Alidu might be his sub. And midfield, Partey was a bit jittery. It didn't look like the prime Partey that we know. He was making a few mistakes at some point in time. He had to make some tackles that were unnecessary. He got a yellow card, I think the 30th minute, or 28 or 29.
Both tackles was to stop.
If it was a serious game, the second one would have been a red card. But I'm sure the referee was like, it's a friendly. He doesn't want to mess up.
Yeah, I know that, but both tackles were necessary.
Yes, I know, but if you're a yellow card, you shouldn't go in for the second one. A coach said that once one of his centre backs was the last man, and he pulled the striker down, and there was a red card. After the game, do you know what he told us? He told him that, look, if the striker scored, we're 11 on the pitch. There's a high possibility that we can equalize.
Yeah.
But you've pulled him, he didn't score, but we are 10. So we are at a disadvantage.
If it's the 90th, 92nd minute.
Oh, that one will make sense. But from what I'm talking about, it was somewhere in the first half.
Understood. That's
So sometimes you have to pick your battle, especially as a midfielder. If you're on a yellow card and this was a serious game, there are some tackles you shouldn't go in for.
I understand. Probably you thought it could get
I think that's why they changed him in the second half, because
no, he was never going to play full minutes.
Yes, but maybe he would come play some 10-15.
He came just a day before the game. He was never going to play a day or two before the game.
But I usually the pattern we know is a bit measured in midfield, but beginning was a bit jittery. At some point in time, I think he was finding it very difficult to adjust to the pace.
Understood. He hasn't really played a lot this season.
Which was a bit surprising.
He might not be match fit
Yeah, he didn't play a lot for his team.
I
Villarreal.
I understand if he does it, he knows he will start. I understand if he doesn't give his full. The issue is, I personally believe he would have played better if it was a competitive game in the World Cup. I personally do. He though I believe it wasn't his best of games,
Yes,
but
he's very controlled, very, when Partey is one of the few players when he's in midfield, he hardly makes mistakes, go into rash tackles. That's not Partey. He's usually very controlled, his timing is super great in the way that he shouldn't have to hack somebody down in order to. And yesterday, I don't know, in the beginning he was a bit jittery. He was like trying to adjust.
Let me explain the second foul like this. The player was running.
He mistimed it.
No, the player was running towards goal. None of the defenders who were in the block. None of the defenders who was on the block put pressure on that player.
I understand, and I agree.
And he was the only player around, so he tried to pull a tackle. He didn't get the ball. He fouled.
That's the mistimed tackle I'm talking
acceptable.
About. So there are some tackles. If you go in, you have to make sure you get the ball, or you're in trouble.
Understood.
That's the point.
And that is what I always say. Sometimes when you look at things in isolation, you blame Partey.
Yes, but
Partey, the issue is that based on somebody not doing what he was supposed to do, Partey felt he had to put in a tackle. And that is what we should be talking about. Not really because
you know why I have an issue with you. It's like, I don't know, it sounds like a holding brief for some of the players.
No.
That's the thing is, I think we are trying to look at the thing objectively. So let's say we are having a conversation with Partey after the game. We're part of the technical team. We should tell him that this and this and this was a no-no. And the next time, and then later we'll come and look at who was supposed to come. I don't know whether you get my point.
If I'm in the Black Stars technical team.
Because it looks like we are defending.
No, if I am in the Black Stars technical team, I'm not having that conversation with Partey.
Why?
Partey knows this.
So why is he doing it? Once you do it, I have to have a conversation with you.
Probably you don't tell him he should do this. You probably ask him why he did it.
No, you should tell him. You should say, that you have a yellow card.
At best, I'll ask him why did you put in that tackle, and he will tell you somebody was supposed to come in for it.
Yes, but also, like I was saying in the beginning, he looks off the pace.
Oh, of course, he was,
and that's why he mistimed that tackle.
Yes,
because you are now trying to get
yourself. Thought you got the ball.
That's why my issue is.
But
we are looking at how to get everybody at optimum level before.
Yeah, I said that. But as a team, also in the middle, you should know Partey is on the card.
On the card, as in.
At that time, you had a yellow card.
Yes, that's where my issue is.
So
even the first one, I thought it was unnecessary.
Yes. So my issue is, why isn't everybody around him playing, knowing that Partey can't go in for certain tackles?
Okay. Yes,
we are two in midfield. Let's say we are two in midfield.
I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't mean we don't blame him.
I'm not saying we don't blame him.
Because right now, it's like you are taking the blame off Partey and going after his team. That's how it sounds.
That is what you are getting wrong.
No,
let me explain it to you.
Okay.
I'm not taking the blame off him.
So you agree what Partey did?
I agree. I agree. But I'm saying, though I agree, I don't look at it in isolation. My issue is, in that situation, you need to understand why he made a tackle. The only reason that a tackle was a bit late, and we all know if in any match that would have been a second yellow card.
That was red card.
That is acceptable. We all agree on that. Whether the tackle was unnecessary or necessary, I know probably he felt it necessary, he thought he could get to the ball. He didn't get to the ball. It is wrong. But I'm saying, as a team, knowing Partey is on the card,
somebody should do it.
Yes, and somebody should be closing up on the player.
But at that point in time, he was the one closest.
He was coming in from behind.
Yes, but I mean, there wasn't anybody else there.
No, there were people in front of the player.
Yes, but he was closest, wasn't he?
Acceptable.
So if you are closest to the player,
if he's closest to the player, and we all know that what it requires is sometimes the players will even push the ball and wait for the tackle.
Oh yes, they do that. It's called the experience.
Yes. Some will call it professional foul.
You are playing for the foul.
Yeah. My issue is that as a team, game management, you should know everything about everybody.
It's
in
now
the
that
game.
they are going to, but we have to still pinpoint some of these things out.
I personally, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I don't look at it in isolation. My issue is that
Because if you ask me,
why was he left in the position for him to make such a tackle?
if you ask me, I would say I'm a bit disappointed. I thought you could have handled it well.
Disappointed how?
The first one that he got the yellow, it was avoidable.
Disappointed is a very
No,
strong
like disappointed is a strong word.
Oh,
Hey,
sure.
then if I say so, we didn't question ourselves.
No, but disappointment is a
No,
very
like, the reason why I'm
disappointed
disappointed is he's probably one of the most
that he knows better.
experienced. Yes,
No, but
he's one of the most experienced players on the pitch.
it's a friendly
He's
game.
played. No, but
In a
still,
serious match.
still,
In
no.
a serious match, you'll be more calculated.
The best players or the top-notch players don't choose between a match
know,
that is a
but
friendly, a match that is
acceptable,
competitive.
but I personally believe it's not a big
I
deal.
thought you could have done better, especially the first one was avoidable.
Mhm.
And I was even more disappointed for the second one, knowing already he's on a yellow. Or you think I'm being harsh?
It's,
Like I said, it looks like you are holding brief for them.
Oh no, but
Because whenever I say you come in with a defense on their
No.
behalf.
no, I understand. You are looking at the players one by one,
Yes,
and I'm
that's what
saying,
doing. But whatever I say, yeah, you counteract as
no,
if
I'm not
you are
counteracting.
defending.
What I'm trying to say is,
Uh,
sometimes you shouldn't look at things in
yes,
isolation.
but that's what I saw as somebody watching at home.
Yes.
Those are so if I'm analyzing the game, I have to bring in those pointers.
Yeah.
At that
So-
point in time, I didn't see what was off camera.
It wasn't off camera.
No,
It was in the frame.
Yes,
So you
like, I can only analyze
and
what
I said,
saw.
I get your viewpoint.
Uh-huh.
I don't have an issue with.
Uh-huh.
You shouldn't. That
But you are
was late.
defending most of them.
I'm not. That is. I'm trying to give you my perspective, and you see it's like defense. I'm not defending them. I can also give an opinion on what you are doing. No.
No, I'm not saying agree with me. Oh. That's
No.
what I'm saying. I'm
But,
not saying that.
but that's my viewpoint. So it's not
No,
a defense.
It looks like you are.
I am not. I'm.
It sounds like you are holding brief.
No. What I've realized, you look at things in isolation. I don't necessarily look at things
Yes,
in
but
isolation.
that's what I saw. And if I
Yeah.
have to analyze, I
No.
have to use it to analyze.
And I'm not saying you are wrong.
No, I'm not also saying you are wrong, oh, but the viewpoint most times like us, like
No, we
you
can't.
are coming from the defensive.
No, we
you are
can't.
sort of trying to defend.
That is you.
You're being like a manager, a coach who knows the players messed up, oh, but during press conference, he will tell them, "Oh no, like this and this and this." But closed doors, he knows the players messed up.
That is your opinion.
Okay, that's how I'm seeing it.
Right, that's not what I'm doing. What I am saying is, I don't look at things. Naturally, I don't look at things in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
I look at in every situation. What was the ideal?
So who do you
Team.
think should have picked up the player instead of Partey?
Like, so who was there?
Was he near me? I didn't see him in the camera frame.
The issue is,
I only saw Partey going in for a desperate tackle. And that's why I'm saying I'm disappointed, because for somebody of Partey's stature, I expect him to do better in these situations.
why do you think he was desperate?
Okay, desperate. First one, yes, you've gotten a yellow card, fine. Second one, very disappointed, because yesterday, if let's say he was given a red card, that would have messed up the whole game. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying, but sometimes you expect an experienced player to know better.
So my question is,
Uh-huh.
very simple question. Did he know at that time that he would not get the ball?
The second one, yes,
He knew he wouldn't
The
get
second
the ball.
one, he
He
knew
was
he
so
wouldn't.
sure he wasn't getting it.
because he was late. And usually, if you are tackling and you are late,
So-
there's a 90% chance you get the man.
So my question is,
Uh-huh.
in his head and in that moment,
Oh yes,
he
that's
knew
why I'm
he
saying.
knew he was going for a foul.
There are two things to the desperate tackle. 90% of the time is you are 100% sure you commit a foul. 10% of the time, maybe you will look like a coming together, and then both of you. So definitely, he knew it would be a foul. That's why, especially when he got up, he started telling the referee, "So I didn't see him. I didn't."
No, that one,
Every
player
I know
complains.
because he knew exactly what he had done.
Every player complains.
He knew exactly what he had done when he got up. And he knew it could be a red card. No, like I'm just saying that in a serious game, that would have been a red card. And for him being that type of midfielder, I was a bit disappointed. I said, oh, you should know better.
I personally believe it wasn't a significant issue.
Okay. So maybe it was a friendly game, so the referee didn't give him. If let's say the referee gave him a red card, then maybe you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, but
Because
still,
I thought it was avoidable.
even in that situation, I would still look at it. What could have been done to prevent that
There are
situation?
some tackles, there's nothing you can do about it. The first one, yes, the one that he got a yellow card, he had to. The second one, it wasn't because I think the person's back was even to our goal.
No, it wasn't.
The second tackle.
No, it wasn't.
The person who
It was heading towards goal. It was actually a chance.
I have to watch again because there was one of them, the person's back was to go. That's why maybe I've confused the tackles.
The issue was that he was heading to go, he was shaped up to shoot.
First one or second
The
one?
second one. What?
Okay, so maybe the first one I'm talking about. There was one of them, the person's back was to our goal.
So
That one, you are not under threat, so you don't have to go in like that.
But I'm saying in situations like that, my question is, why wasn't anybody rushing? Why was the player giving so much space to the extent that Partey thought it was a threat for him to foul him?
Which is also a valid point, but that's not what I'm analyzing. I'm analyzing how he could have dealt, how Partey could have. It's like saying
no.
It's like saying that.
Fifi, the point you've made, I have accepted it, and I don't have an issue with it. What I am saying is, though he's made that foul, and it could have resulted in a red card, and it wasn't a good thing to do. In that situation, how could it have been preventable?
They could have. Okay, so that one.
That is how I look at things.
The video analyst.
No, yeah.
The other people.
That's what I'm talking
I am
about.
looking at what I saw, and I thought he could.
And
have
I'm not
dealt,
disputing that.
He could have dealt with any of the two tackles better.
Yeah, and I understand the viewpoint correctly, but I'm saying in a situation like that, why would Partey feel desperate enough to launch such a tackle? That's all I'm saying. As simple as it is. The issue is, if somebody had covered better, if somebody had,
But he was the one who was supposed to cover.
he's not the only person supposed to
Yes,
cover.
but at that point, you take on who is closest to you. Or in
Acceptable.
midfield, especially.
Acceptable.
The person closest to you is your responsibility.
But the issue is, it's all about positioning.
Because maybe, and I'm not saying this will happen, but maybe the other person was also covering somebody else.
What?
I don't know. That I didn't see that one in the frame. The only thing I saw in the frame was Partey